Hello students. So today we are going to discuss pseudo first order reactions. Now what pseudo first order reactions are? That is the question. Some reactions some reactions are having higher order true rate law, but their behavior is just like a first ordered reaction. So those reactions are called pseudo first ordered reactions. So what are pseudo first ordered reactions exactly? Remember, some reactions have higher order true rate law, but their behavior is just like a first ordered reaction, but they behave like first order reaction. So such type of reactions are known as pseudo first ordered reactions. So these reactions are known as pseudo first order reaction. Now let's discuss few examples of pseudo first order reaction. So examples of pseudo first order reaction. Now very first and familiar example to be discussed is the hydrolysis of methyl acetate or hydrolysis of ester. So hydrolysis of methyl acetate is one of the familiar examples of pseudo first ordered reaction. Now what happens when we hydrolyze methyl acetate? Remember, upon hydrolysis, methyl acetate give acetic acid and methyl alcohol. So the reaction can be mentioned as, remember, this is a methyl acetate, that is ester. When it is hydrolyzed, so upon hydrolysis we get acetic acid and methanol, that is the methyl alcohol. Now as far as this reaction is concerned, its true rate law can be given as, so rate for this reaction is K dash into concentration of CH3COOCH3 into that of water. As water is involved in the reaction, so it must be included in the rate law. Now this reaction seems to be of higher order, that is second order. Remember, according to rate law, reaction is expected to obey second order rate law. But exactly what happens during the course of hydrolysis, we take or we use water in excess. So as water in large excess, as water is large excess, its concentration practically remains constant. Its concentration is constant. Now say concentration of water as K double dash. Now what happens with the existing rate law? So this can be given as, so rate equals to K dash into K double dash, that is concentration of water which remains constant practically as it is large excess, into concentration of methyl acetate. Now the product of these two constants can be given as K. If K dash into K double dash is equal to K, then the rate becomes, So rate equals to K into concentration of CH3COOCH3. So this is the rate law which can be given according to the behavior of this reaction. So though this reaction seems to be of second order, but it follow the first ordered rate law. Thus the hydrolysis of methyl acetate is one of the finest examples of pseudo first ordered reaction. Now let me explain another example. So second most important example is inversion of cane sugar, that is sucrose. Cane sugar is nothing but sucrose, and remember sucrose is a disaccharide. So sucrose or cane sugar upon hydrolysis give mixture of glucose and fructose. So molecular formula of sucrose is C12H22O11. So when sucrose is hydrolyzed, then we get mixture of glucose, that is C6H12O6, and fructose, that is C6H12O6. Remember, glucose and fructose are functional isomers of each other. So this is supposed to be glucose and this is supposed to be fructose, and this is our sucrose disaccharide. So this is the inversion of cane sugar. Now as far as this reaction is concerned, so rate law for this reaction is, so rate equals to K dash into concentration of C12H22O11, and as water is involved in the reaction, we must include it. So this should be the rate law. So by merely observing the rate law, it seems that the inversion of cane sugar must follow second order rate law. So according to rate law, reaction should be of second order. But what happens? Water present is large excess. So as water is used in huge amount, its concentration remain constant practically. So as water is in excess, its concentration remains constant. Its concentration remains constant. That is, concentration of water is supposed to be K double dash. Then what happens with the rate now? Thus rate is equal to K dash into K double dash into concentration of C12H22O11. If the product of these two constants, if K dash into K double dash is equal to K, then rate becomes, so rate equals to K into concentration of C12H22O11. Now this rate law suggests that the inversion of cane sugar obey the first ordered rate law. So true rate law explains that it must obey second order rate law. I mean, it should be of second ordered, but exactly what happens, it obey the first ordered rate law. Thus it is a pseudo first ordered reaction. Thank you very much.